Well guys, Stevie here for Just a Dude in the Woods and Stevie Outdoors, and today I'm not actually in the woods, I'm actually in my garden about to put some stuff away in the shed for the winter holidays. Now while I was putting my stuff away I thought, wait, you know what it is, I might as well do an update on what I'm currently using in my bushcraft kit. Now this is my normal kit which I take out to the woods. It's hammock camping kit. It's slightly lightweight, not the lightest. It comes in at just 1.5 stone or something like that. We'll wait later on so you see exactly what it comes in at, but yeah, it works for me, and I'll explain this as we go through. So let's get into the kit, let's have a look, see what I'm carrying, and yeah, I'll try and leave as much information down below in the description as I can about the kit, where I got it from, prices and other things. So let's do this. So this is the Karrimor Sabre 45 backpack, which I use in quite a lot of bushcraft videos. Now this here has the DWR coating on it, which is the water repellent coating, which is really, really important. It's a 45 litre pack, and that's just this centre piece here, the two pouches I'll go through in a moment. It has YKK zippers, it has the, it's fully adjustable, you know, it's got the S-shaped shoulder harness and stuff like that. It's really, really comfortable. It's a really nice bit of kit, and this bag definitely gets a massive thumbs up for me. I've been using it for quite some time now, and it's a fantastic piece of kit. Now these are the PLC Karrimor side pouches themselves. You can find these online, and these come in at the moment, I think I paid around about 28 quid for them. At the moment they're around about 40 quid a set for the actual pouches themselves. These take roughly around about 15 litres per side. So you've got 30 litres on there, plus you've got your 40, so you've got your 45, sorry. So you've got your 45, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70, so you've got about 75 plus extra bits. You've got around about 80 litres in total somewhere inside this bag, plus the outside areas as well. Don't know if you need all of that. This bag has got all my winter kit in it, and I still haven't filled the whole thing up, so there's a lot of stuff inside here. So let's get into it and have a look at that now. I'm going to start with the side pouches first of all, then we'll go into the internal side bits. I'm going to start with this far side first of all. Just going to release the straps here. Lift up the storm flap. There's actually loops under the storm flaps as well, which you can attach stuff to. So inside of here, first thing we've got out, guys, is my disposables pouch. This pouch here is all the bits and pieces that I use for like my fires and stuff with. So let's have a quick look inside and see what we've got inside of here. So first thing I've got inside of here is my bushcraft knife here. So hopefully you can see that perfectly. Yeah, so this is my bushcraft knife, featured in many different videos. Sadly guys, I don't have any more of these left for sale. They're all gone now. As you can see, it's well used. It's a 4mm tang, rosewood handles. Absolutely lovely piece of kit. It's got the fire steel on there. I had these on sale for £25 a piece, believe it or not, but I'm totally out of them and I won't be getting any more. And the guy who actually gets these for me has actually passed away, which is a real shame. But yeah, it's a fine piece of kit that I do use quite a bit. After that, I have my paracord. Plenty of that. It's actually should be tied up, but it's not at the moment. Don't know why I've got this actually. It just stays in this kit, but this is my mosquito net. It's just in from when I've been in the summer and stuff like that. It's a bug biting kit, and I've got a set of gloves inside of here as well, which I just keep as a spare back. Set up gloves, you know. I don't need to carry any of this stuff, so I don't really need to carry the gloves or the mosquito nets, so let's put them to one side and leave them out. So the only things I want to put inside of here is spare paracord and also my knife. And the reason I put it inside this little pouch, guys, is that it's just handy. I can put this on my belt and things like when I'm in the woods, with this back section here attaches on there nice, and carry it around. Now on the front of this canvas bag here, we have my other bits. So I have some birch barks, stuff inside of here, like that. I'm actually about to fill this full of fatwood, pine fatwood. I might make a video on that, so I'm going to do that. Inside of here, I have my other fire lighting bits. So I have some pre-prep cotton wool balls covered in Vaseline, a tub of Vaseline, a magnesium block with a ferro rod striker on there, and then I have some matches covered in wax. There we go. Just basically get matches, dip them in wax, let them to cover. When you want to use them, scrape the end off them, and as you scrape the end off them, strike them against something or set them on fire, and basically either get a really good burn time, get a good fire going with those guys. So this is kind of just backup stuff if the wood's really wet and I can't be bothered to go and find any birch bark. So that's what we have there. inside of here I have my knife sharpener. Now you've probably seen this before. As much as no, I don't necessarily use Scandies all the time, and that just basically comes from many years of teaching bushcraft. I'd never had the time to really sit in the woods and sharpen a knife when I've got something like 20 students throughout the day. I used to use just I think it was convex edge knives. So we've got a coarse and sharp edge knife, which I might run through this bit with you later on. And inside of here I have a lighter in a shotgun cartridge case. Everyone needs a lighter as long as it works. It did work, yeah it does. Needs filling up with gas. But yeah, you should always have a lighter in your bushcraft kit. So that is what's inside of my little canvas pouch. Next thing outside of here, guys. Okay, so this is my DD under blanket. This basically goes underneath the hammock itself, and the idea of this is that it creates a small gap between the hammock and you, and this air pocket is what keeps you warm, because the wind chill can't get at you, and you create an air pocket, and that keeps you nice and snug and warm. And I use this quite a few times for quite a few different reasons, but basically this only goes in my kit during the winter, and right now it is winter. Here's that side pouch there, totally empty now. Okay, that is detachable, that side pouch, so I can take that off and I can zip the side up to make a different kind of bag altogether almost. Let's detach this side next. I love the zippers on these, they're really robust. You've got these lovely little toggles on them and stuff like that. A really nice little piece of kit. Now inside of here I've got food from my last camp, which I haven't taken out yet. So I've got some crisps, which is junk food, noodles, and some pasta. This inside of here would have spicy sausages, whatever kind of stuff I want to put in there. But this is my cook kit, which we'll show you now. So inside this cook kit I've got a variant of different things. This is, first of all, it's a lightweight cook kit I've got here apart from the knife itself. Let's have a quick look first of all. You'll have seen this knife in my Edge Tools video, and this here, it is a lock-in blade. I'm not going to get into the legals side of that because that causes too much of a debate, but yeah, this is a lock-in blade. Now this blade here I actually got from a company called Decathlon. It was about £5, stainless steel. I use it for all my veg and chopping food and stuff, whatever. Very, very sharp knife, very easy to take care of. Yeah, you don't need to use this exact brand. You can use whatever brand you like, but it doesn't look threatening in any way. It's a camping knife, you know, it's for cutting up food and things like that. So I don't know, I'm not going to get into the law, but yeah, it's a good bit of kit. Titanium spork. Okay, so this light piece of kit there, it's a fork, small little knife edge on the side of there. You can see that just about there. It's a bit blurry, but I think you get the gist. Okay, so you can see there's a basic knife edge kind of thing. You can get the gist of it anyway. So it's a spoon and a fork inside there. Really good bit of kit. This is the bag I got with my Torx pot, which I'm going to go through in a moment with you. So I'm going to take this guy out in a second and put him on one side. In the bottom of here I carry my pan or plate, bowl, whatever you want to call it. This one here, it says on the side, is Boundless Voyage titanium, 500mm, 500mm. There you go. It's been used quite a bit. Predominantly I only use this really on gas, to be honest with you, but yeah, it's there. And that is my little frying pan. It's a small frying pan, lightweight, easy to use as a plate, bowl, everything. The side pieces go in, and I believe this cost me around about £4 or £5 on eBay. Alright. Now this is the Torx pot. I featured this on a feature I did, which was my vegan video, where people asked me to do a vegan video. Can I do vegan in the woods? And I did it. It was quite easy. It's quite nice actually. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, you can see the pot here. It's got the bail handle on the top. It has the back section here for the handles to keep hold of. And these have been in the fire and stuff. I don't know. You can't really tell, but they actually have been right in the flames, and they're still on there, which is a unique one. You can see there's a bit of. That's the different saps on the trees you see, that's stuck to the side of that there. On the top here it has an area for steam to come out of and vent, and of course it has this little lock-in area at the top as well, so this actually locks up for taking the top of the lid off it. This is quite expensive. This little piece of kit for the Torx brand, I believe you can get a lot cheaper. This is the 1100 millilitres. Hopefully you guys can see that there, because this camera, I'm using. It's a nice camera, expensive, but bloody hell, it's annoying. Anyway, it's 1,100ml Torx pot, and I believe I paid around about £45 for that. It's quite expensive bit of kit for what it is. In comparison, it's almost the same size as the Zebra Billy can, the 12cm Zebra Billy can, in comparison for volume and what you get in there. I haven't got my gas with me, but generally this is what is a gas stand, and this clips on the bottom of my gas canister if I'm using the gas. The gas is actually in the shed because I haven't been using it, but I use a small container of gas, and that folds out and it just clips on the top of there. Next, inside of here I have my cloth. So it's just a wipe cloth, a rag basically to wipe stuff down, dry pots and pans and stuff when I'm in the woods. I always carry something like that with me. And next we have our titanium cup here, if you can see that right there. This one again is Boundless Voyage. I think it's cost me £3. It's got a lid on the top, got small handles on the side. It's lightweight titanium. Inside of here I carry half sponge. Handy tip, guys, if you don't want to carry a full sponge with a scrubber, I just cut mine in half, and they last twice as long. Just a small nice little size, easy to work with. Another lighter for food and stuff. This one here is chili powder, chili and salt, and then I have pepper and other bits and pieces inside these. This here, guys, let's put this cup down so you've got the idea. The cup, just my cup, I can boil stuff in it, have a cup of tea, whatever. This here is a BRS. I think this costs a couple of quid, like literally a couple of pound on eBay. And if I can just get this guy out, this is my stove top for gas cooking. So basically it's titanium, it's small, it's lightweight. There it is, small lightweight piece of kit. And basically these top bits just fold out back on themselves, like that. There we go, and that's what your pot would sit on. This screws into the bottom of the actual gas itself, and basically this is your side bit where you turn your gas on and off, and you just light it with a lighter, and it's a lightweight piece of kit as well. So there's a few lightweight items in here, not all lightweight, but a few. It's quite easy to put away. Just folds back down quite simply, and it just goes back inside this little green pouch. There we go. Happy days. So I think that one there, I think you can pick these guys up for around about £5, between £2.5 to £5, and that's the titanium ones. But they're going to come from China, places like that. Okay, so next inside that's that pouch now empty. On the front of the bag, if you open this up, we have the axe, which I'll get this out so you can have a look at it. Of course, on the axe, the way I put this in, I'll show you this now. It's a really simple way of doing things. So basically, if you've ever got a bag like this and you want to put your axe in it, so here's our axe, you take the bottom loop here, open it up, drop the axe through the top, twist it back on itself, so it's like that, and you can see now it's caught up in itself. This top toggle here, which is elasticated, goes over the top of it, like so, and then you can just cinch it up like that, and then the bottom strap comes up over the actual axe itself, and that's what fastens it in place as well. So the axe is definitely not going to go anywhere. So let's take this axe back off again so you can have a look at this. So this is one of my favourite axes. This is the Hultafors trekking axe right here. Let's get that guy focused in. There it is. Handmade sheath, just made it myself. Some people say it's upside down. You can use it either which way you want, the sheath. There we go. So that is it. It's well used, well abused. Absolutely beautiful bit of kit. I currently know that these, as of 2019, as of 1st of January, I know that these are on sale on, I think it's called Knives Direct. You have to Google it, but these are on sale for about £28 without the sheath. Lovely piece of kit. But I've got another axe coming, I'm going to feature in another video, and only paid £14.99 for it, so I'll tell you more about that. But yeah, absolutely solid piece of kit. I haven't got any of my sharpening stuff inside this kit, simply because I don't need it. I leave it at home for sharpening items. Next on the front of my bag here, I carry my basics, it's a gift, this actually, a guy called Stevie gave it to me. Absolutely lovely little knife. There we go. Antler handle, rawhide or bone. Lovely, I love it, absolutely love it. But yeah, this guy sits just inside this pouch here. looks in nicely, stays on the carabiners. On the front of here I carry my cook's cup. Won't be right going in the woods without a cook's cup. I have got the lightweight titanium. I know I've got 2 cups with me, and to be honest with you, I never really use the titanium one. It's mainly to keep my crap in it, but this one I use for all my tea, coffee, cider drinking, all my activities. I just prefer drinking from wood. I know it's heavier, guys, but who cares? If you want a little bit of kit, a bit of wood in your kit, or a bit of something you like, have it. Screw the lightweight stuff. If you're willing to carry it, carry it. Right, let's have a look inside of this now. So first of all, I should go for what's inside the hood. So the hood of my bag here has a zip on the back section here that runs across. So let's just grab one of these pull toggles, and in the back of here is where I keep my tarp. Generally when you go on bushcraft or outdoors, you can't, if you don't know what the weather's going to be doing, I always like to have my tarp ready first. I don't want my tarp at the bottom of my bag, the bottom of my kit, to be digging through it to get it out, getting all my stuff on the wet floor, getting damp. I like to be able to literally take my bag, strap it to a tree or take it off and grab out my actual tarp. Inside of here I've got the DD super light tarp, as you've seen in my other videos. I carry some pegs inside of here, and I've also got the poles for my frontline hammock inside of here as well as some paracord and cordage and things, as well as carabiners. Quite a lot of kit in the top little pocket there, and that is a super light tarp inside of there. I'm not going to get them fully out, guys, because he is in many of my other videos on there, and I recommend that. That's a lovely piece of kit. It's been sparked off fires from pine resin. I had it in all the winters and stuff like that. It's a great item. On the front of the bag, we've got this extra area here where you can put bits and pieces under it if you need to. Inside the hood here, we have another pocket. Inside of here I carry hand sanitizers. I have got some medications and little bits and pieces inside of, like headache tablets, just little things like that inside of there. Now, at the top of this bag you've got this system here where you can actually unstrap it and strap it and tighten it, and you've actually got a front toggle on it as well where you can cinch the actual edging up as well on it, which comes bloody handy sometimes. Over the top we've got this extender inside of here, a weatherproof area. You can undo that and open it up wide. Inside of here right now I've got some water from the camp the other day. Take him out, got some fresh. Next up we've got the DD frontline hammock. There it is. Okay, now this one is a 2.7 meters by 1.4 meters. I've got this in olive green. Absolutely recommend this hammock to death. It is an amazing piece of hammock. It's got the fly net on it. For the price of it, if you go to DD's website, they're just amazing. I don't have the price actually to hand. They're not much, about 28 quid or something like that, or 29, 30 pounds, something like that. But they're a solid piece of kit. This is a few years old now. Still kicking. Absolutely love it to bit. Featured in many of my other videos. So check that out, guys. Right, I'm not going to go through the bottom bit yet. In the back of the bag there's a pocket inside of here. So here in the back of the bag there's a pocket in the back section over here, and this is where I keep lots of other little bits and pieces, knives, mats and things like that. So we'll have a look inside of that and see what it's like. The front of this bag is handy. It's got all these little cinch areas where you can cinch it up. It's got these toggle areas, or these straps where you can strap the bag up as well, and again it's got further toggles around. So in the back pocket here I have, let's get him out. I've got a Karrimor mat. Just folds out, just for nice for sitting on there. If you're sitting on something hard, stops your arse from hurting. So it's ideal bit of kit. Recommended. I carry a small tarp, just a cheap plastic one. I got this from like the pound store things, and this one kind of folds out. You might see in some of my videos. It's just handy when you've got really soggy ground and you want to sit by the fire and things like that, and you don't want to get soaking wet and be cold during the night. It may look cool to sit on just the bare ground in people's bushcraft videos when they make them, but they're not always spending the night outdoors in the cold. So I would recommend, if you were going to be sitting on the wet ground, to have something to protect yourself with. Next inside of here now, I did a video which went wrong the other week. This guy, my Mora carver knife, you can see this here. This is my Mora carver knife. Absolutely love this little knife. It came unsheathed, and at the moment I've wedged it right in there to get it. I can't even get him out. There, I've got him out. I wedged him right in there because he came unsheathed in my bag, and I put my hand in my bag, and this end here tore up my wrists, my hand, absolutely everything. So you'd be really careful with these. Even experienced bushcrafters can end up getting caught out by these things, guys, so be really careful. Bits of scars and stuff on the back of my hand where it got me. But a lovely sharp piece of kit. This is a carver knife. I use this for whittling spoons, cookskers, whatever I want. I carry that with me as well. I'm actually going to pull out the sleeping bag right now. this is in a different stuff sack because my other stuff sack's split, but look at the size of this beast. This here is the Dura DD Dura 2 sleeping bag with the foot and the bottoms on for the foot, and this is actually in Gillette bag, which is not what's inside here. This piece of kit, I absolutely love it, you know, for a winter bag. I've had this down to -10. I don't believe it's rated down to that. I don't have the ratings to hand. It will be worth looking at it, but this here does have the hard footwell on it. I do need to take it out and fluff it a little bit, but what I'm talking about, guys, is this guy here. Okay, so it has a central zipping system as well. I'll just find this for you. There's loads of bags out there. You've seen my other bags I've got as well. There we go, Dura 2 central zipper. I've got this is the XL, I think, or whatever it is. It's a big guy. I can literally climb inside it, curl up inside it, hide inside it with the hood and everything like that. It's just a really nice big bit of kit. It's heavy, not heavy, but it's, well, yeah, it's lumpy, it's big, but you want to be warm in the winter. That's what I'll say about that. So I do take that with me inside this bag. Now, in the pouch itself, back in the pouch, we have BAHCO Laplander saw. You can buy these in variants of prices from 12 to 15 to 28 pounds, depending where you're buying them from. Google and Amazon again. If you go on there, if you go onto eBay, you get these quite cheap. But yeah, a good saw is always a must to take into the woods with you. Makes life a lot easier. Buff for winter weather. I actually use this to sleep, and I wrap this up around my head and around my mouth, and it keeps the cold air away from when I breathe, stops me from getting a sore throat. Don't know if anyone else has that problem, but if you're outdoors and if you leave your hammock open the way I do, with the top up on the side of it, or even any which way the cold can get in, generally I can get a bit of a dry sore throat from it. The next morning I wake up, especially if I've been snoring, so I use this, and this seems to stop that. Only downside is that I tend to get some spots around my mouth from breathing all night. I think it must be the oils and the natural things like that, so it's not very nice, but yeah, it does work. Next inside of here, I've got a few of these guys. I normally use the UCO one, but this is by Markhill. What's it? Markhill Outdoor Equipment, Eastern Germany, and I absolutely love this. This is the candle lanterns. There we go. It's a hanging lantern. This takes the UCO candles. But the reason I like this against the UCO, and I do love UCO kit, I really wish UCO would do this, is the top opens up so I can get straight the candle. Citronella candle inside this as well, so that works brilliantly. So yeah, I can light that, then I can just close the top over and I can just extend it and have that hanging, and that gives a lovely luminescence when I'm sitting reading or whatever like that. I mean, if your eyes are tired, you will struggle to see by this light, but it does give you a nice little burn. And the UCO candles for these guys last up to 9 hours, which is absolutely outstanding. So yeah, highly recommend a piece of kit if you want a nice natural light rather than a torch light. Inside of here, the backpack, I have camera equipment, lighting rigs, holding equipment, different things like that, which I use obviously when I do my filming, because on top of all of this kit I do need to carry my camera equipment as well. There's quite a lot of effort goes into making videos. This is a new edition, I've not had a chance to try this yet. This is one of those barbecues, and I think I'll make a little video on this, on how this sets up, but the top basically screws off it. Get them off. The top one screws, and inside of there, you can see this. Focusing on it. There we go. There's all the little bars, and basically it makes a grill. There's a slot on one side of it, and it goes across. I'm going to make a video on actually using this and see what it's like. And I think I paid £16 for this. Again, you can buy the UCO one for about £40. The company I got this off did actually send me a second one, so I've got 2 of these, and I might actually give one away in a competition. And the reason I sent the 2 of these is one of them had a missing bar, which there's this one here. Just one piece was missing out of the, I think it's 10 slots. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the 2 screw and side supports. So yeah, 10 only had 9. So they sent me a whole brand new one, so I may give that away in a future competition, but that we'll see that another time. So it's a grill, and that's the back pouch empty. After that, guys, I have my toiletries bag. Again, just a molly bag with Velcro straps on side of there, and inside the toiletry bag I carry a few things. First of all, toilet roll. This goes inside a Ziploc bag, keeps it dry and stops the humidity getting to it and ruining it. last thing you want when you're busting for the toilet. Again, I carry just some spare toilet roll here. There we go, with a lighter as well, so you can burn any kind of toilet roll you've got. These are facial wipes and hand wipes and stuff, and the little things come off them. But yeah, there's some hand wipes, any kind of brand of hand wipes, cleansing wipes will do. In the bottom of here, I carry a small shovel, just for shoveling the dirt out the ground, so I can dig a hole for going to the toilet. Inside of here, I carry some Listerine mouthwash. You don't need to carry this, but I just don't like my breath smelling and stuff when especially when I was doing a lot of training with people. I'll be teaching off, and we've got friends with me when I'm out bushcrafting. I always carry something like that. Deodorant again, small deodorant. Again, it's up to you what area you are, the wilderness. This is a mirror, which is a bit cracked and battered now, but there we go. I can see myself inside of there. There we go, there's you guys. Or the camera. But yeah, I can see myself inside of that. Have a quick look and make sure I'm looking presentable, because I'm living in the woods. In the bottom of the bag here, I have a full medical first aid kit. Now this is a really large kit. This is from when I used to teach bushcraft, so it's the Explorer first aid kit. And again, this is a piece by Karrimor. Sports Direct had these in, and I believe it wasn't much. I think it was about £10 or something. Just move that there. But inside of here, you can see the extent of what we've got inside of here. Scissors, wraps, I've got burns, bites, blisters stuff. I've got all the different, I've got some headache tablets which I've added myself. I've got all the different bandages, safety pins. I believe there's snake stuff inside of here as well. There's just all sorts of thermal blankets inside of here. If you can see that. You can't, there we go, kind of. Anyway, there's some thermal blankets inside of there. You name it, it's all in here. Mouth to mouth stuff as well. Absolutely fantastic piece of kit. So yeah, it's up to you how big a kit you want to carry. I could really scale this down, or even not take a kit, but sod's law is that if I didn't take this, I would need it, so I do take it. Right guys, so that there is the bag now totally empty. There's nothing else inside of that apart from the backboard, which molds to your back. There is a board inside here that molds to your back, and obviously some bit of medication at the top. Apart from that, the bag is empty. Well guys, there it is. That is my Sabre 45 backpack by Karrimor. I hope you enjoyed that. That's what I carry for my lightish, weightish, kind of in the middle ground bushcraft expeditions. Basically when I'm heading out and doing hammock kind of style camping. I could change it out in so many different ways. I literally could ditch the hammock out there and just have the tarp, have an air mat and all these other things. I'm going to discuss that in another video when we look at the LK35 and an old school canvas setup. I'm actually going to talk about that in that video, which will be coming up real soon. Hopefully when time you're watching this, you should be able to see them as well, so check them out. Anyway, till next time guys, remember, leave no trace but knowledge. I'm out. See you later.